That's why the more we heard about the teachings with understanding a little more, we can get closer to understand the truth of that which is just now. It's not far away from here and now at all, but no one knows about it. That's why each word will lead to the understanding of that which is now appearing. The more we heard about, like hardness, see, it seems very, very usual, natural, but no understanding of it yet. And some might think that it's easier to understand it, but actually it is exactly the same as other rupas, see. So our own idea is not the understanding of the absolute truth as it is that all are the same. The moment when just a rupa appears, it's not as much, as big, as great or hard as it is. See, when it appears as hardness and softness, the actually reality is that it's so very, very just minute. Thinking about the ants, the very, very little ant, it has all 5 senses. The seeing, the hearing, the smelling, the touching, see, but who knows? And that is just that, when it becomes from what appears as very big thing like people and things, but actually just a very, very tiny arising and falling away, see. And that is the truth. Just one at a time does not appear as it appears usually in daily life. Even hardness right now, so many, many kalapas and many, many experiences, and some might think that it's easy, but actually it's exactly the same as the other rupa. But the characteristic is different. That's why right understanding develops to understand each one which appears little by little before the nature of its characteristic can appear as no one and no thing and no self. We can say that life is Dhamma, and as we think, we live, but actually with Dhamma all day, no understanding at all about it's Dhamma, not me. That's why no need to look for Dhamma anywhere. It's just right now. With understanding, without any understanding, or with some understanding, a little more. So we don't have to look for ignorance or avijja. It's the moment of not understanding the nature of seeing as not self, no matter when, in a day. How much ignorance about that which is so close. Any moment, anywhere, see, they are all Dhammas. Does anyone have to look for Dhamma? It's there, unknown as Dhamma, that's all. So study Dhamma means study that which now appears any time, any moment in life. It is actually the same characteristic, but not as known as not self. As not self at all. No thing in it. Think of the tiny ant, see, whereas its eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body just touch. The experiences of hardness is there. How little it is. How very tiny it is. All over the body with akasa in between each kalapa, exactly the same. No matter small ant, big ant, a person, a being, or just a tree, chair, the same. The world of Dhamma. This is the only way to have less and less attachment to the idea of self, little by little, until reality appears as we have studied, as foundation to understand this moment of that which is now appearing by conditions. More confidence on anatta, nothing, just nothing. Is there touching now? Is there seeing now? In the moment of seeing, there is right understanding, no matter it's that which is seen or that which is touched, exactly the same, just there and then gone. Otherwise, the confidence of the teaching is not strong enough to let go, little by little, in daily life. Very natural the way anatta is. It's not just when something happened unexpectedly, but even right now, unexpected moment of seeing, of hearing, of thinking, or death, see, anything happens by conditions, just for a moment and no more. Just consider whether it's true or not. That is panya, which begins to develop, to understand daily reality, daily Dhamma, not in the book. When we study the teachings, hearing the words, there is the understanding about the words, but not about the reality which appears. Even while we are talking, what are realities? The eye, the ear, the thinking, the touching, hardness are all there. And we talk about the story of Dhammas, while Dhamma arises and falls away all the time. And when there are conditions for Satipatthana to arise, it's just like this moment. That's why Panya knows the difference between moment with direct awareness, with understanding, from hearing, considering, intellectual understanding, different from moment in a day when there is touching all the time, but no understanding of the reality, which is different through different doorways and then gone. To begin to know, to be acquainted to the reality is moment of direct awareness. Just exactly that the other moment, but it's the moment of understanding the characteristic which appears. No word to say that it's direct understanding, but it's there by conditions, and sati appears. No need to say that it is sati, because at moment it's just the moment of touching, but before the direct awareness, no understanding of it. So it begins to just naturally touching, and then the understanding from hearing and considering, conditioned moment of beginning to understand the characteristic which is not self. Just there. See, when it's only there, how can it be people and things? And this way to study Dhamma, from intellectual to direct understanding, and study on and on more, even after Vipassana Jnana, until no kilesa left. Very natural, little by little. Only Panya is there to understand the different moments between moment without awareness and moment with awareness, which means there must be a little understanding there. Even it's so very quick and very little, not much in the beginning, but later on, more understanding, more confidence on that which is awareness and understanding of a reality right now by conditions. No one who tries to do anything, no one who tries to have sati, just naturally, but the conditions, the sankhara dhamma, develops on and on unknowingly until it's time, the moment of just there, it is aware and understand that which is different from moment without understanding. That is the beginning of being acquainted to know. Not me, it's there all the time. But it's mistaken for I. But actually the nature of that which is there just very short moment and then gone. And when this is true, it is the meaning of pariyatti, confidence on the words of the Buddha. Because when it's time to have such moment, the understanding how come is there from hearing just one word and more with understanding and letting go little by little of the idea of self, even intellectually. And this is the Ariya Satya, the fourth noble truth, which is subtle too. All four noble truths are subtle. So the way is very subtle because it's the natural way. Panya develops, sankhara develops, no one. To let go the idea of self from what we heard, citta, cittasika, and rupa. Can you see the little ant's eyes? But it sees. And about the nose sense? And what about the hardness? Exactly like ours, or whatever is now hard. See what is touched with right understanding, or just a little bit of direct awareness, even very short but so natural.